I've been working with you for now, I think, around a decade. So tell us, Mr. Badi Fatah, where the journey started as far as the legal journey is concerned.
I've been practicing here for 10 years and I'm registered with the DIFC courts as a wills draftsman. You might want to ask which came first, and obviously the law came first.
Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. So
It's a journey.
it's a journey, it's not the destination. So, Buddy, thank you very much for sharing your valuable information, for guiding our clients, the client base that we had. There were a lot of questions from them. I noted all of them down. I made it a point to ask you all the relevant ones. And now a little bit about yourself. I personally know you as a lawyer, as a very, very close friend, and one of the factors that really I compelled me to even work with you was the compassionate side of the human being, because you would tell me at times point blank that, Asim, this is the law, this is what we need to do, because I come to you all the time with a lot of queries, questions, with a lot of problems that I face at times. And you have given me the legal aspect of it. And after that legal aspect, there has always been a human element with the same smile that you have right now,
Yeah.
that you don right now, that, Asim, don't worry. Nothing illegal, but this is how we're going to take care of it, and this is how we're going to solve and try and resolve the issue. So there has always been a human element attached to you. And I'm not saying that all the lawyers do not have this, or the rest of the lawyers do not have this, but that I see that fundamental quality is devoid in a lot of people. Not only lawyers, but other doctors, engineers, real estate people. That element is not present in a lot many people. That is something I've been working with you for now, I think, around a decade. So tell us, Mr. Badi Fatah, where the journey started as far as the legal journey is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, it's 10 years, as I mentioned, and almost impossible to believe. But really, I guess because I've been, obviously, you might know this or not know this, but I used to be an accountant.
I know.
And I gave that up to become a lawyer. And I'm quite happy to say it was a very sound decision.
Well, I can vouch for it, because I now have a very competent lawyer in my life.
No, not just that, but I mean, from a happiness perspective, everyone just deserves the right to be happy and to find happiness in whatever they do, whether it's family or.
This is something which is close to your heart.
Yeah, exactly. So it's something that's obviously given me that joy that I didn't have. And
so the joy comes from. Sorry, I'm going to keep on interrupting you.
So we've gone totally off script, if we will, here now.
There's no script.
And we're just
I never
I'm enjoying
do
this.
script.
I'm enjoying this.
I never do script
more than anything else.
Okay, so it's not that we had a script. I had a series of questions, but now
I meant proverbial script. Obviously, we didn't have a script.
People need to understand. People invest in people, and I say people work with people that they like.
Yes,
and
100%.
Those people are, to a certain degree, like themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the concept that I have. I now have a very, very solid friend for over a decade now in UAE, and a solid professional lawyer by my side, which I boast around all the time.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It's not that I've been threatening people, I'm sorry. It's just I'm boasting that I have a very competent lawyer by my side. And so helping people or practicing law, which is the predominant feature?
I think it started with the former, and then it just became being as best as I can be, the best version of myself as a lawyer and a professional. And as you know, as I've mentioned, I've been practicing here for 10 years, and I'm registered with the DIFC courts as a wills draftsman, also as a legal practitioner, and also registered with the Abu Dhabi Judicial Department. So
you have all the bases covered.
we have all the bases covered, yeah. And I'm obviously with Abdur Rafiq and Partners. I'm one of the partners at Abdur Rafiq and Partners. We are a UAE-based law firm, and I'm, with combined experience, partners experience of over 30, 40 years in the UAE, not just everywhere else.
So which aspects of law do you cover?
Yeah, so my area is predominantly advising corporate commercial clients, and obviously that comes parcel with investors and high net worth individuals, family-owned businesses, and obviously large corporates as well. So we advise a full, diverse portfolio of clients across the board. And we do corporate commercial. That's, as I mentioned, I head up that department, and I also head up the private client department. There are other departments as well, from dispute resolution to litigation, which we also do through our offices in the UAE. So that's really my background in terms of the legal practice.
And where do you see yourself, in which direction do you see yourself specializing in or moving in years to come and the time to come?
When I first started, I was quite passionate, and I was quite committed to being, jack of all trades, master of none. That's really where I wanted to be. And
the full form of that goes, jack of all trade, master of none is still better than being the master of only one.
Yeah. No,
just saying.
You're right. Did you make that up?
No, I make up a lot of things.
No, so it's
you know me by now.
Yeah,
it's been a decade.
Absolutely awesome. It just it's really nice to be here and just having this tete-a-tete and just chinwag, as we say.
So, now coming back to your hobbies.
Yeah, we have a few shared hobbies.
Okay. Please tell our viewers about that. I'm sure somebody living in UAE would be interested in that. That lawyer, a full-time, who is, you're a very hard to find person. So, what keeps you going and ticking when you take off that hat of a lawyer?
So for me, it's a lot about the outdoors. But obviously, as you mentioned, taking off that hat comes with a lot of pressure. And so it's very limited time to, if there's one thing if you ask a busy lawyer, the one thing he values is the free time that he gets, and he wants to use it to the best possible means. And for me, it's really just family is one aspect, and friends, because that's really what you have, everything else, after everything else. And so I, as you well know, I like to go to the desert in my car and just do some off-roading with like-minded people, with the same approach, the same philosophy.
Approach to life.
Philosophy.
Same philosophy and approach to life.
And just basically relax with them, because that helps me feel good and also give something back. So it's really something that I started after, obviously, you might want to ask, which came first, and obviously the law came first.
I know the law came first, huh?
Yeah, and then I started off-roading here, which I thought I would never do because I love the outdoors, but I'm also sort of an introvert, believe you me. So it's always, for me, growing up, it was a challenge just getting out there, but
I've never seen you. I've seen you being the center of attraction whenever you're there.
Yeah, so I think that's something that has happened.
And you have some really, really well-formed, well-forged friendships I've seen out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
That
think
speaks to me, that speaks a volume about the person that is there, because he has friendships which are over a decade old. That
Yeah.
speaks volume about the person. And as far as time is concerned, I think the most precious commodity we all have is the time.
the time that we have left.
The time that we have left, and how judicially we use that time,
Yeah.
how effectively we use that time will dictate the future course of action that we might be perceiving to take.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, when I say everyone has the right to be happy, and I mean that in the sense that I want to be a source of happiness for
How?
everyone around me. And that's just being,
How?
yeah, I mean, well, it's a good question. I don't think I've quite figured it all out. So if you're expecting
If you're not,
all the answers on this on,
if you've
on
not
this
figured
podcast,
it out, that's the most honest answer I can assume, because happiness is not a destination; it's a journey. So
it's a journey.
it's
yeah,
a journey. It's not
absolutely.
the destination.
Yeah.
The one day I will be happy. You have to be happy today. So
Yeah.
so off-roading, you introduced me to that.
Yes.
Do you still regret
No regrets at all.
introducing me to that gang?
No. I think that it's been, and it's amazing, because you've been doing it for a few years. I've been doing it since 2015. I don't think I went.
I think 2016.
15.
15 is the first time I also went with you.
I think you started doing it pretty recently right after, because I started January of 2015. I even remember the date because I got the car not thinking that I would do that. And then I ended up doing that. And I'm like, oh, well, perfect. Really good call on the car. And
you have not changed that car since then.
I have not.
You're in love with that.
That's my problem in life. I'm too consistent with everything,
It's not a
Consistent.
problem. It's a very good trait to have.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes.
You're dependable.
Yeah. No, I know that. Absolutely. I know that. But yeah, you wanna have some fun every now and then as well. Change, deviate from the your well-trodden path. But no regrets.
No regrets of introducing me to that gang.
No regrets. I plead the fifth.
So, guys, that was all from our side. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions with regards to this legal aspects of inheritance, of owning properties here, how the will works, system works, whether it's DIFC, whether it's in Abu Dhabi, whether it's in Dubai. Please write to us and we'll refer your questions to our legal expertise. And then it's always at the parting comment that I would give is always reach out to a professional who is in that field, who's practicing that field, because everyone will have a different scenario. Everyone will have a very, very specific situation and condition in which they are in, and they would like a solution which is not a cookie cutter or a generic solution, but the specific solution that is tailor-made for them. And with that, Buddy, thank you so very much for sparing your valuable time. I know how hard pressed you are and for time, and how difficult it was for me and Bernie to get you over here, but it has been an amazing session. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much to you and the team as well.